everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am in a talking mood today, so we're gonna do either another today vlog or weekly vlog. So today started out with doing some blood work, which I love. I've been getting so many like blood draws done over the last couple of weeks so that I can actually now tell the difference if the person that's doing the thing is doing good or bad. And today she did really bad because I don't know if you can tell, probably not, but it hurts and it's starting to get like bruised around where she poked. And when I was sitting there, I thought she was like pinching my skin, which she didn't. She just, I don't know, she just was a little rough and I wasn't expecting it and I was like, ooh. But yeah, that's done. So now I'm gonna reward myself with a fun day, because today all that I had to do was the blood test, and then tomorrow all I need to do today probably is a bank call, and I should go to uni, but I'm not sure if I will or not. But today, since I already did the blood test, I'm doing so good, and because I'm gonna do some uni like assignments a little later, I thought we should start out with something fun. And because I knit these socks recently, like I am currently still working on the second one, I had an idea yesterday. In this book by Charlotte Stone, there's actually an empty color chart thingy, and I have an idea, whoops. And I've been collecting ideas on Pinterest because I have so much black and white yarn left. I could make twilight socks. It's just my hyperfixation right now, and I found a few funny little things. And also I love doing colorwork socks. It's so much fun, and I have an idea. So I'm gonna make the two socks, obviously a pair of socks, but I'm not gonna make them the exact same thing. I'm gonna make them a little bit different, and it's gonna be funny because I don't know, I'm not like an actual like Twilight fan. I just think it's funny and it's my hyperfixation. Anyways, so the first one, this is a little bit of an over-the-top color chart. I'm only gonna use the text. This is the skin of a killer Bella. I love this. He's actually sparkling, but I'm just gonna use the text on this one, and then I'm probably gonna do like a few sparkly stars on the very top, then do the text, then do like the heel and the foot, and then on the bottom I want to do a mixture of this and this. So just do like a couple of green trees and then have kind of like the second row here but in gray, kind of like foggy, and I'm gonna do that like in the toe area, I think. And that's gonna be the Edward sock, and then I'm gonna do a Jacob sock, which is gonna have this on the very top, and then I haven't found the text yet, but basically it's just gonna say, Bella, where the hell have you been, Loca, or whatever the actual movie saying is, and it's just gonna be in the same font type as this. And then the trees at the bottom, I think I'm gonna do the same because I also have so much green and gray left, and I think it would be such a fun project. So now I am going to draft up Twilight socks on my laptop, and that's gonna be the first thing that I'm gonna do today. Then I need to do, I've never done this before, so I'm so nervous. I need to interview like 5 to 7 people about this car data app thing for one of my uni classes, and I'm so nervous because I've never like conducted professional interviews where I need to like get data before. So that's gonna be very interesting, but I'm gonna work on the questions basically and then get them approved by my professor. And I need to do that today because she's going on vacation and I need her feedback because I'm not really sure what I'm doing. And then I also need to write like a 200-word little introduction to one of the sections of a group project that we are still missing, and I figured I could just do it because my only other contribution was a SWOT analysis, and that's not really hard to do, so I figured I could do a little bit more. And then I could also do statistics homework today, maybe. And then I also, oh my god, there's so many things to do already. I could also do my Python, whatever, homework assignment thing, which that stresses me out because I don't really know anything about it. I am solving the problems with Gemini and I'm trying to focus and like learn something from it, but I just am not really learning anything from it, and there's gonna be a big test at the end, so I don't really know how that's gonna work out. But let's start out with the Twilight socks. It took me half an hour to just get this row. We haven't even gotten started on the text and I already had to add one more row. Why are the stars so difficult? It actually took me 2 hours to do this, but it's fine. I think I came up with a design that's pretty good, and the only thing that I need to adjust is one sock is gonna be 1 stitch bigger than the other sock because it just didn't work out any other way, and I'm not gonna notice. So it actually is gonna be like this when knitting, but I'm just gonna show you like this for easier purposes. We have, this is the skin of a killer Bella with the, I'm just gonna pretend that they're sparkles because Edward sparkles, and it's gonna be white. I was gonna say that's gonna make it more sparkly and less snow, but it's just gonna be sparkles. And then we have I removed the Bella because it was just gonna be too much. Where Have You Been, Loca, with the moon, because werewolves and moons just make sense. And then for, as I mentioned, the front part, the toe of the sock is gonna have this. The light gray is gonna be green, and then this almost black is gonna be gray. I only have a black and white printer, so we're gonna have to work with this. But yeah, I think it's gonna look kind of cool. And if they don't work out, well, no, they're gonna work out because I know how to do color work. I know how to carry floats, because with stuff like this, you have to carry the floats. It's just gonna work out and it's just gonna look cool in the end. I just know it. But now I need to actually get on some of my uni stuff, and then I'm probably gonna have lunch because I'm starting to spiral a little bit. So let me just send my email and get started on my text. And then, I don't know, I was thinking about maybe going into town in a little bit, but now that I just remembered that I need to do things and it's already 1:30, I don't know, we'll see. We will see. I am finally done with all of my uni work. I was shutting these little holes in our windows where there's these specific types of bees that spend the winter there, I think. But I'm sorry, I don't really want to have them here anymore because they freak me out. And they were also already in the like sun umbrella thing, and I had to clean it off because I don't want to sit on bees and have them all around me. So unfortunately I need them to find somewhere else to spend the winter time. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I just spent like an hour probably figuring out what exact type of yarn I want to order for this pattern. I landed on this yarn. It's a coffee colored brown, I guess, and it was on sale. It was like €1.40, I think, cheaper than this other brown color that's almost the exact same color. And if I can save, then I'm obviously gonna get the cheaper one. And I ended up ordering 10 skeins of yarn. According to the pattern, I will probably need 13, but I kind of don't believe that because I have knitted another sweater with this yarn before and I only used 8 skeins, and that was not like an oversized but a regular fit sweater, and this was kind of more fitted. It's probably gonna be a little bit longer than the sweater that I did, but I feel like I shouldn't use up that much more yarn. Also, the yarn that I'm using is a little bit longer on like the 50 grams compared to the one in the pattern, so I think I'll be fine. Anyways, enough of all of that like math stuff, I guess. We're gonna read for a little bit. I talked to my sister about this book today, and that it's kind of, that book Edward is kind of giving me the ick a little bit because he's so controlling. But in the last chapter I read, he kind of redeemed himself by at least apologizing for it. So we will see if I'm gonna like this better now. It's still a fun book. I'm not mad about it. I'm just a little bit mad at Edward for being controlling because I don't know. I don't really like guys, vampire guys, not allowing their girlfriends to hang out with her friends, werewolf friends, whatever. I'm gonna read for a little bit and just kind of calm down. It actually already is 5:30 also. Time, ever since the daylight savings like reversed, now we're on summertime, time has been passing so quickly and I don't even notice how late it is. Last night I think it was still kind of light out at like 8, and then I look at the watch, I look at my phone, and then it's already like 8 or 8:30, and okay, I think that's my sign to stop talking. We're gonna read for a little bit now. The bee just came by to check on her house inside my window. I think I'm gonna have to open it up again because I feel so bad for her. She doesn't have a home anymore now. I'm gonna need to remove the little tape that I put on there because she was, I mean, obviously I don't know anything about bees really, but she seemed kind of confused and I don't want to confuse her. I want her to have a nice home. I am off to town right now. Not up to you yet because I'm like 3 hours early, but I want to sit in the sunshine and read because it's so sunny. So I'm gonna head to town, play some music, obviously. I'm gonna have 3 hours to dilly-dally and read Twilight. show you the books that I got today. It is such a fun stack and I love them all so much without even reading them. There's something a little special about every single one of these books and I just want to go through them. First up, how cool is this cover? It's reflective, it's gold. And it kind of sounds interesting. A medieval mystery featuring Hugh Corbett, whoever that is. I can't even read the name of the author. I don't really care. The Devil's Hunt. And it kind of sounds interesting. In the golden summer of 1303, the severed heads of beggars are found tied by their hair to the trees in the woods outside Oxford. I'm not gonna read any further, but it sounds really interesting. And each of these books was 75 cents. So how could I not have gotten this? My interest in Greek mythology started with Percy Jackson. And then I found this book today, The Children of Olymp, I think it's in English. The cover looks really interesting and it's short stories. There's apparently the smiling philosopher, Luciano de Crescenzo, I think. And he has apparently a very unique way of telling stories and connecting ancient history, myths with the modern Italian like everyday life, and he makes it funny, and that's all kind of interesting. And it's also quite a small book. This one's also pretty small, so I thought I'm just gonna get this. And then I saw that they have a thriller section, and then I found this Body Farm. The title alone, hello, I needed to have this. This author seems to be quite popular either all around or specifically in my city, I don't really know, because so many of her books were at this book flea market, and this one sounded really interesting. It's a Kay Scarpetta novel. I think Kay Scarpetta is not the detective, but like the doctor. I don't have the word right now, I'll put it up. But this is one of her books. It's not the first one. There were two more Kay Scarpetta books there. I just got this one because the title sounded the most interesting. And then I also found an English or like foreign language section where I found Sheltering Rain. And this is the story of 3 different women in 3 different periods, kind of, and their experience with love, I think. Like how, I don't really know how to explain this book, but it sounds interesting. And her book, Me Before You, made me cry, and it said from the author from Me Before You, so I was like, I'm just gonna get this. And also the font is quite big, so I feel like it would be a good book. And then I found at the English speaking table Twilight Part 3. This is for my sister because I have the full, like the I think it was like some anniversary, like the white covers, and I got the whole box for my birthday 2 years ago, I think. And my sister only has the first part, and I found the third part today in the exact cover, I think, that she has the first one in. So this is for her. She doesn't have part 2 yet because they only had this one and then part 4, but in a weird hardcover edition version, whatever, so I just got this one. And these are all of the books that I got, and I'm very happy. And the next flea market, the guy there gave me a flyer, it's in November, so I'm gonna go back and buy so many more books. And I think you can also donate books to them because there was this lady who just brought by like a box of books, and I might do that next year, I was gonna say next time, because I have a lot of books that I can't sell for some reason, but they're in good condition, and I think for 75 cents someone would probably take them. And then this book flea market is also for a good cause, so I would be, obviously I did kind of donate with buying the books, but then I could donate more by giving the books. And then my yarn order also came in, the one that I took forever to plan and finally like pick the right color, and the color is different than what I thought it was gonna be, but that's okay because I think I still like it. This is what it looks like. The color description was coffee brown. I don't think that's a coffee color, but I think I like that it's kind of gray brown-ish, and I think it's like a tone that suits me, I hope, because warmer colors don't really suit me as much, and this one is pretty cool, so I think it's gonna work out. And I'm gonna make the Milano sweater with this. And I have 10 skeins of yarn, and I really hope that that's gonna be enough because I don't want to buy any more yarn. But I already have more plans for socks. I have like, I think 4 new pairs on my list that I need or want to make. And then I also want to make, because I got for my birthday, I got the Dream Knit subscription for 3 months, and I have so many projects or so many yarns that I want to make things with. And now that I have the subscription, I can actually just customize whatever project I want to make to the yarn, because Dream Knit, you can basically DIY your own pattern, and you can use any yarn that they have on their website. And I think they have like pretty much every yarn company because they have my yarn store, my yarn company, whatever. So I'm really excited to make myself. I specifically want to make a cotton bamboo mix sweater for the summer, and I wanted to have a 2x2 collar and like cuffs and everything, and I think it's gonna look really nice. But I need to get started on my Dreamknit subscription, and I also today need to get started on UV because it is currently Sunday 5:30 and I haven't really finished the stuff that I was supposed to finish. Also, I need to remove my nails, so I'm gonna do my nails, do uni, and then I will see you when it's fun again. I'm on my way to a new yarn store with my bike. I haven't rode a bike in years. Oh wait. Okay. We're gonna head to a new yarn store because I found out that they have Lang yarn sock yarn there, and I really want to try it because they have this really cool rainbow pattern. Oh my god. So yeah, as I was just saying, we're gonna get us some Lang yarn sock yarn today, and I hope that they have the specific kind of sock yarn that I want. I want like a multicolored rainbow one. But what I heard about Lang sock yarn, the Jawohl sock yarn, is that they actually, the unicolored ones, they come with little like reinforcement, tiny little yarn spools, I guess, and you can use them to reinforce the heels and toes of your socks. And because I plan on wearing my knitted socks a lot, that might be actually a really cool idea, so we're gonna go do that right now. I haven't biked in such a long time, but why is it kind of fun? Why have I not used this bike for like 5-10 years? I don't even know. I'm gonna do this so much more often now. I secured the goods. They're down here in my foldable Coca-Cola bag. The trip into town isn't really bad because it's all downhill, but the trip back home includes 3 hills that I now need to cycle back up on, I think. So that's gonna be hard. I already did the first one. I was out of breath for a little bit, and I was also focusing on not losing my yarn or getting the bag tangled up in my bike. But yeah, 2 more hills to go, and then I'll show you the haul. Ignore my red face. I'm kind of hot because the sweater definitely wasn't the right choice for biking in the sunshine at like 20 degrees Celsius. Anyways, sock yarn haul. I got this super colorful one from this brand. I think it looks really, really nice. This was on sale and it was $6.99, which I think is pretty good for sock yarn. And then I got, according to the lady at the shop, the Ferrari of sock yarn. Alpaca sock yarn. It's alpaca, there we go, 70% alpaca super fine and 30% polyamide nylon, whatever. The color looks so nice. It's literally the softest thing I've ever put my hands on. This was $24.95, so a little bit more expensive, but I feel like it's gonna be worth it because it's so soft. I just want to lay in it. And the lady at the store told me that she actually made like a short-sleeved sweater out of just 2 of these, and she let me touch it and it was so soft. And I thought about getting more, but then I saw that it's 25 euros basically, so I restrained myself. But yeah, this is my little sock yarn haul. I would definitely go back there. Unfortunately, wait, let me show you the sock yarn that I wanted. Wool Addicts by Lang Yarns. This one also has kind of this rainbow effect, and it's super fine merino wool and nylon, and I'm just checking. This one is just 75% wool and 25% nylon. So this one is not as soft as the other ones, but I thought the colors were so fun. And since they're gonna be socks for the same person, I think it's also kind of fun that they, like, the color scheme kind of matches. I feel like they go well together. So yeah, I have my next project already lined up. The Milano sweater, rainbow socks, Ferrari socks, and a bunch of other things. So, but I think that's gonna be it for this vlog, because I actually, except for making socks, also have to do so much uni stuff, and I need to kind of focus on that for now. So I will see you, as I said yesterday, I will see you when it's fun again. Thanks so much for watching this video and hanging out with me, and I'll see you very soon in the next one.